everyone, you have learnt about median, mode, range, double bar graph in the previous modules. Let's practice a few advanced level problems based on the same concepts. So, the first problem is the following chart represents demand and production for 5 companies A, B, C, D, E. On the basis of the graph, answer the questions. So, these questions need to be answered on the basis of this graph. So, let's look at the first question. The first question is, if company A desires to meet the demand by purchasing surplus production of a company, which is the most suitable company? Here, let us look at the deficit production of company A first. So, the demand for company A is 3000 units and production of company A is 1500 units, right? So, deficit production of company A is 3000 units minus 1500 units, which is 1500 units. Now, we can look at the graph and find out that only B and D company can be looked upon for providing the surplus production, as their demand bar is smaller than their production bars, right? So, let's find out. So, surplus production of company B, we can see that the production of company B is 1800 units and demand of company B is 600 units, right? So, what is the surplus? That is 1200 units. Now, if we look at the surplus production of company D, so the production of company D is 2700 and the demand is 1200 units. So, the surplus production is 1500 units. Now, it shows that the surplus of company D is 1500 units. Surplus of company B we have already found out 1200 units. And how much company A require? Company A is having deficit production of 1500 units. So, which is the most suitable company? That is company D, because that one company will complete the deficit production of company A. Let's look at the next question. If the production of company D is H times the production of company A, what is the value of H? Here, production of company D, that is 2700 units. Production of company A, that is 1500 units. We know that production of company D is equal to H times production of company A. Now, we know that production of company D is 2700, production of company A is 1500. So, 2700 is equal to H times 1500. We can simplify it and we can find out H is equal to 1.8. So, we got the answer. Now, let's look at the next question, that what is the difference between average demand and average production of the 5 companies taken together? For this question, we have to take into account the total demand of 5 companies, which is, we can see for company A, the demand is 3000, for company B, 600, for company C, 2500 for company D, it is 1200, and for company E, it is 3300, right? And that totals 10,600. And we have to find the average demand of 5 companies. For that, we will divide the total demand by 5 and we will get it as 2120 units, right? Now let's find out the average production in the same way. So let's look at the total production of 5 companies. In the very same way, we will find out the total production of 5 companies, which is 9200 units, and the average can be calculated when we will divide it by 5, and that is 1840 units. What is the actual question? The actual question is, what is the difference between the average demand and average production? Now we will look at the actual question. So difference will be 2120 units minus 1840 units, and the answer is 280 units, which is the required answer. Let's look at the next question. What is the ratio of the number of companies having more demand than production to the number of companies having more production than demand? Here we can see that company A, C and E, they have more demand as compared to the production, right? So 3 companies have more demand as compared to the production, and the company D and B, the company B and D, these are the companies which have more production than demand, and we have to set up a ratio. So the ratio will be having companies having more demand than production is to companies having more production than demand. So that is 3:2, right? Let's look at the next question. Now this question is based on mode. If the mode of the given observations is 31, find the value of x, because one of the observation is not given, that is mentioned as x. So what all is given to us? We will have these observations. Let's arrange the given observations except x in ascending order, because to find median, mode, range, we have to arrange the observations in order, right? So when we arrange them, we get this data. Now to know that which observation is occurring how many times, let's organize it in a table. So we can see that observation 31 is occurring 2 times, 33 is occurring 2 times and 36 is occurring 2 times. So these 3 observations are occurring equal number of times. But now they have already given to us the mode is 31. It means 31 should occur more often, because mode is the observation which occurs more often. It means x should be 31 only, because 31 should repeat maximum number of times. So the value of x should be 31 only, right? Now let's move to the next question. The median of these observations including A is 70. What is the possible value of A? Now again we will be arranging these given observations except A in ascending order. You can arrange in descending order also, as I mentioned that you have to arrange in order, right? So the number of observations are 7 including A, right? When the number of observations are odd number of times, then we use the formula that the median will be value of n plus 1 upon 2th term, right? N is 7, so 7 plus 1 upon 2th term, which means the 4th term, which is the value of 4th term. Right now these are the observations when we have arranged them into the order. So 1, 2, 3 and median is given as 70 already. It means 70 has to be the 4th observation, because the given median is 70, right? It means 70 cannot be the third term, 70 has to be the fourth term. So what can be the value of A? A can be any value equal to or less than 70. If it would have been any value, let's say 68, 69, 65, 64, then also 70 will become the fourth observation, or if A will be 70 only, then also though 70 would be repeating, but still it will be the fourth observation, right? So value of A can be less than or equal to 70. Now let's look at this question. The range of data given to us is 9. Again, in this data, one of the observation is missing. What is the possible value of P? Right? We will be looking at the observations. We'll arrange the observations, but here we need the smallest observation and greatest observation because we are finding the range. So the smallest observation for the given values is 39 and the highest observation is 48. Right now we are not thinking about the value of P, we are just looking at whatever values are given to us, right? Here the range is highest observation minus smallest observation. So 48 minus 39 is 9 and they have already given that the range is 9 only. So it means this P can be any value from 39 to 48. It can be 39, 40, 41 till 48 it can have any value because we are getting the range which is desired. Here we can arrange them into the order, or if you are comfortable in picking the values directly, the greatest and the smallest, you can go either ways. But in mode and especially in median you cannot solve the question without arranging the data in order. I hope all the questions are clear to you. If any question is not clear to you, do visit the module again.